Hi, what's up, guys? It's Tony here, and I'm back again with another video. So today's video comes with an assurance that at the end of this video, after watching this video, and you don't get orders from buyers request, then just send me a message on Instagram, and I will refund you the money you spend on data in watching this video. Is an assurance, but make sure that you apply all the tips that is shared in this video before you do that. So let's get started. So today's video, I'm going to share with you tips that a Fiverr seller that has done up to 1,000 orders, completed orders, with over 680 5-star reviews in his name. And I found this buyer. I came across this seller on Fiverr Forum. Okay, Fiverr Forum is a platform owned by Fiverr that has, sellers and buyers come together to talk about Fiverr, making sales and all of those things. So today I'm going to share with you all the tips he shared in landing orders or landing gigs from buyers request. And you all know I've been stressing it. Buyers request is one sure way of you getting orders from Fiverr. If you're a new seller with low reviews, Fiverr buyers request is for you. You should pay attention to it. So let's take a look at this. So first of all, this buyer, his name is SEO Optimize 71. So all credits of this tip goes to him. I'm not the owner. He's the owner. He's the one that shared this tip, and it's very, very useful and very detailed. So number one, what does it say you should do if you want to land gigs from buyers request? So it says, greetings first. Don't be a robot and must greet them by saying, "Hi, hope you are doing great. I mean, would you get straight to business with someone you met for the first time in real life? Then please go greet first. Up to you." So basically, first of all, he says before you start responding to a buyer's request is on Fiverr. First things is courtesy. Greet the buyer. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you had a great day. Before you even get started, like, you are dealing with humans, not robots, as he just said. So establish that connection with the buyer. It will get the person interested in you. Okay, so this is the first tip he shared. Then number two is, he said, answer any question asked in the request. By answering the questions they have asked in their project description, you grab their attention. Your focus is more service and help oriented this way. So basically what this seller is saying is that there are so many buyers requests that ask questions in their buyers request. Someone will ask you, okay, I don't know how to design a website. How do I get started? Okay, you see the person put up his budget on a buyer's request, and you just go, okay, send me a message that can help you. No, that person asked a question. The buyer, the potential buyer on the buyer's request is asking a question: how do I get started? I need the website. It's not meant for you to answer that question. Okay, for a website you need a hosting, you need a domain, and you can get it so and so place. Then you need a platform to design. WordPress is the best. Something like that. Answer a question, grab their attention. Don't be a robot. Don't just go straight to the point telling them, send me a message, let's get started. Okay, so this is basically what this seller is saying, and I'm in tune with it. Like, it's 100% right that you do this. You answer any question that is in the buyer's request, and trust me, if any buyer, your potential buyer, should read it, they will definitely send you a message and seal the deal from there. So number three is analyze their requests as per your technical expertise and give them solutions to your problem. So it's just reiterating number two, what he mentioned in number two, which is, if they have any question, a request, definitely is going to be a question or probing you, like something, probing a question needing an answer. Please give them an answer to it. Show them, like, this is where you show your selling points. Show them that you are an expert, you know what you are saying, and if they give you this job, you are going to deliver. So do all of those things. Clear all doubts in your buyer's request. This is what's like. Don't be a robot. Please don't be a robot and send template response. No, answer their questions as an expert. Okay. Then number four is what this the tip he shared is, try to provide your ideas on how you propose to solve their problem. This is to seal it up. After all the things you did, Okay, after all the answering of questions, the greetings, you seal it up with, you propose, like more like pitching. If someone needs a content writer, or if someone needs a way to drive traffic, suggest paid advertising, suggest YouTube advertising, suggest content creation. You know, these are so many ways that you can grab attention and gain land gigs if you provide ideas and propose solutions to their problems. People like buyers, they need a solution to their problem. That's why they are coming to Fiverr in the first place. They need someone to solve their problem. So be that person in the buyer's request that will tell them, this is what to do, this is how I'm going to do it, this is how your problem is going to get solved. And human nature requires that, oh wow, I want to hear more of what this person has to offer, and they will send you a message and you take it up from there. So this is how it works. So trust me, if you implement these 4 tips these guys shared, there are a lot more here which I'm going to break down quickly. If you break it, number 1, greeting. Number 2, answer their questions. Number 2, analyze their requirements. Number 4, try to provide ideas on how to profile their problems. If you like implement these 4 things in your buyer's request, there is no way that buyer is not going to send you a request. Like, he's not going to send you a message, then you guys pick it up from there. Trust me. Okay? Then he, went for that. This particular seller went for that to say like the general do's and don'ts. Okay, there are so many of them. Which let me just cover it. Okay, so he says it is advised to address the buyer by their names. So you have to be smart to judge their names from their username, e.g. the username. And then you should address the buyer by "Hi, Mike." Do you guys see? When a buyer, if you go to Fiverr Buyers request, you see the buyer's name. Okay, so this is what he mentioned in the greetings aspect. So make connection. These are human. Make human connection by calling of name, by greeting. Leave out sir or madam. That's just you don't know whether you are talking to a male or a female. Some people might get offended by that. So please go with their username. They will know that you are a human and very, very observant. Okay, this is what this is trying to say. Then they said, read the requirements in details. Don't answer like a robot. Try to provide solution. I think we have mentioned this already. Okay. Then he said, let me get this straight right now. Never ever address a potential client by "hello dear." Do you guys see? I just shut down any conversation starting from "hello dear," same as in the case of most buyers out there. Do you guys see? Please don't. You are not dear. You guys just met on Fiverr. He is not your dear. She is not your dear. Call the person by the name, okay, so that the buyer doesn't get offended in the buyer's request you are sending. Okay, very, very, very important. Very, very important. And not just on Fiverr. You don't just go calling a random stranger dear, someone you have not yet known for a long time. Please don't do that. It's kind of rude. Then another thing is, do not address them as sir or madam, which I already mentioned that. Then he goes on to say, do not, I repeat, do not use a template to send an offer. I mean, this is very obvious. When you use a template to send an offer, that offer will be just bland, just like a robot answering to the buyer's request. Don't do that, please. Then he said, try not to overvalue your offer. I will recommend keeping your offer price as close as to their budget. Okay, so what the person means here is, when you go on Fiverr Buyers request, you see that every potential buyer has a budget for a particular project, and you don't just, someone that has a budget of $100 for a gig that is worth $100, you as a seller, you go and send buyer's request of over $200. I mean, you're not going to get any response, isn't it? Is way above their budget. But mind you, some buyers do that intentionally. You see a gig that is worth $50, they will go and put $10 there, and you will. And please don't even look at their budget. What you are looking at is what that gig is worth. Even if their budget is $10 or $1, so far as you know that gig is worth this price, please put that price. Okay, this is what I would advise on this aspect. Then going forward, he said, do not pick a request that has very low budget or a budget you are uncomfortable working with. This is exactly what I was saying. Okay, this is exactly what I'm saying. So with similar as a beginner, you must realize that anyone with a budget of more than would most likely not work with a new seller. So roundabout budget of 2 are your target. You can go as low as well if it's okay with you. It's still the same thing I'm saying here about budget, about your buyer's request and the budget of buyers in there. Okay, make sure that whatever budget you are putting there is what you are comfortable with working with. If it's a gig that will take you a day, at least charge your daily pay, what you know you are comfortable with charging for spending the whole day working on that project. Don't look at the buyer's budget. Most times it's just bogus and deceptive. Okay, then the next tip this seller shared is, do not degrade the buyers even if the requests are absolutely ridiculous. You will see buyers with a budget of $5 and requirements including 10 initial concepts, a website, all those statutory items included. I will not only pay if happy with the design. My advice, just ignore this type of buyers. In fact, stay as far as away as possible. This is what I'm saying. If you go on buyer's request, you see so many buyers, like hard people, like mean people. You see so many conditions. They will say you have a website, like so like ridiculous requests before they get to hire you. Once you notice that tone, once you notice that a potential buyer is sounding so rude and is going to give you a problem, once your instinct, your intuition sends you that signal that this is going to be a very problematic gig, please listen to your instinct. Run away. Don't do that gig, even if it's over $50,000. Don't, please. It's going to give you the buyer might end up getting the order cancelled. It's not worth it. Okay. Then the last but not the least on this tip that this seller shared is, last but not the least, if you have an attachment, must review it before writing your offer. If it is a PPT, then go through it. You'll find a way more specific things to write just by reviewing the attachments. Okay, so this is yet another mind-blowing tip. So what this seller is talking about is, there are some buyer's requests on Fiverr that comes with attachments, and these attachments are files in MS Word document or PowerPoint presentation. And these potential buyers, what they do is leave the instruction in that attachment. Okay, that instruction is going to tell you more about the project. So you don't just and if you don't review that attachment, sometimes you're not going to get what the buyer is trying to say, and this will affect you in number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4 aspects, okay, that we just mentioned in the tip on how to land gigs. So if a buyer's request has an attachment, go through it. It will help you to know the angle you have to come from when applying or pitching, for that job. Okay, so in totality, in conclusion, just make sure you don't reply as a robot. Bring your human face to it, greet, okay, answer their questions, analyze their requests, and try to provide your ideas or preferred solution to their problem. This is 4 major key points on how to land gigs from buyer's request. And just as I said in the beginning, if you continuously apply these tips and you don't get orders on your Fiverr account as a new seller, then send me a message on Instagram using the handle Tony Obum, and I will refund you the money you spent on that time watching this video. I'm very serious about it. So, but on and all, I wish you all the best. Go and take action. Apply these tricks you learned in this and these tips you learned from this seller on Fiverr forum, and trust me, it's going to make a change in your Fiverr game. So, see you guys in the next video. Leave a like and also share and comment. See you guys in the next video. Bye.